opening up this fight, we're going to have Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum show up at the fight. We have Hall of Fame PR director Lee Samuels will be at the fight, Hall of Fame matchmaker Bruce Trampler, and a whole list of others in boxing's who's who pound for pound list in the sport. Aside from that, we have a very special guest coming. I'm sure everyone knows who his name is in the boxing world. It's Timothy Bradley, 5-time world champion. He's fought Pacquiao, he's fought Marquez. He just came off a win 2 weeks ago on HBO, which broadcast to 30 million homes at the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas, in which he was victorious, beating Brandon Rios. Bradley will be at the fights, greeting everybody here in the hometown. And there's going to be a few celebrities scattered, but I gotta save some surprises, so I can't tell you guys. So you'll see on Saturday night some familiar celebrities and so forth walking around the arena. Now let's discuss the undercard. Fresno's gotten very familiar with our hometown boys. They've started the past 4 fights from scratch. He started late in his boxing career, parlayed that into 6 quick wins and a very rare promotional contract with Top Rank. He's taken this fight as serious as can be also. He's been training with boxing's pound for pound #1 fighter, and anyone can argue with me on this and I'll stay after, but Andre Ward. He's spent a lot of time working with Andre Ward in camp to prepare for this fight, which has been an amazing learning lesson for Joe. The skill sets he's picked up working with a gold medalist and, again, a world champion in boxing's pound for pound best fighter. You're going to see a different Joe Lopez at the Save Mart Center this Saturday. I guarantee you that. You're going to see a more explosive punches. You're going to see quicker movement, and that's what comes when you get to work and spar with the best in the sport. So that's an interesting fight to watch and see Joey keep progressing up the food chain, and he's got an amazing fan base as well. I think you sold 300 tickets for this fight. That's more than most fights sell. That's not bad. So we appreciate the work you put in, Joe, and we can't wait for Saturday night to see what's going on. And every fight's I have a special story, one that kind of just tugs at you a little bit, and it's got that Rocky element to it. And here's our Rocky story. We have a fighter that used to be a top prospect in 2007 in the Central Valley. His name is Saul Lomas. He was 7-0 at the time. He had a decorated amateur career. He was on his way to bigger and better things in the boxing world and really had a chance. Would not fight again. He would try to coach and train, and love of the sport would tug at him, and he'd see all the action going on around us here in the Central Valley. He'd see the arenas, and he'd often tell me, why didn't this happen when I was around? Little did I know, while he was going through his various training and preparations with other fighters to help him, he would go and have shoulder surgery. And he would do it locally, and then he would rehab his shoulder, and he actually came and said he wanted to fight. So I looked at him like he was half crazy, of course. I'm like, look, this is the Save Mart Center. This is 10,000 people. It's on national TV. It's for a major championship. Are you ready for something like this? He trained for 4 months. He sparred. He put himself in a position to fight. He passed his physicals and the necessary paperwork at the California State Athletic Commission. And it's not too often in boxing that you see a fighter take 8 years off and step back into the ring. So that fight is definitely one to watch and cheer for and root and to see if he had one more left in him to start back over again. So definitely about to watch. We have Andy Ruiz, the Mexican heavyweight champion. He'll be fighting on the card. I like to say he's local because he's fought here 3 times, and he's an unbelievable fighter, but he's an exciting heavyweight. He's right on the cusp of some big fights. When I mean big, I mean names like Klitschko, Wilder. He's just a couple steps off from there, but we're going to adopt him and say he's from Fresno, if anyone asks you. We have Andy Vincent from San Jose. He'll be fighting on TV. He is one of Top Rank's newest acquisitions. He's a very strong fighter, big puncher. He's 13-0, and you will definitely see fireworks out of him come fight time. And now for the reason that we're sitting here today. Jose has started from the boxing world. Jose at 15-0, competing for that belt, is one of the youngest to do so, and to do it in his backyard, and to do it on a show that he's co-promoting also with his own namesake in JCR Productions. But he has to go through Johnny Garcia. Johnny Garcia is 19-3 from Michigan, seated to the far right at the end of the table. Johnny has tasted what it's like to be in the ring and fight for a WBC championship. His last fight was for a WBC Silver Championship. And although he came up short, the chance and the hunger to acquire that belt and get a second chance at having that green strap and owning it is something that's going to be very hard to overcome. He's hungry, he wants to fight, he's came all the way over here, and you can bet your bottom dollar he's going to give everything he has in that ring to get that belt. Jose's been training in Los Angeles at Wild Card with Freddie Roach. He's been focused, he's been dedicated. Jose is prepared for this fight like a true champion. Jose is 15-0, 12 knockouts. As you know, Jose's punching power is second to none in the sport. His left hook is unbelievable. And Saturday night, he'll get a chance in front of his home crowd on national TV to bring that belt home to all of us. And I'm going to let him say a few words about what that means to him to be able to do that and do it all at home.
For the opportunity to be able to fight at the CMR Center, it really is a dream come true. I want to thank everyone who made it happen. President Dr. Castro, thank you so much. The CMR Center, thank you. The media, thank you guys for showing up and showing support. The Latino Water Coalition, thank you guys. You know, we're always working together. And this fight is for the fight for water, so we're going to continue to fight for that reason together. I just want to say I've been training very hard. It's it's a big blessing for me, and I spar with the best. I was sparring Miguel Cotto. I was sparring some of the best prospects out there, international prospects as well, from Russia to Armenia to just different fighters from all over the world, and I've seen so many different styles and got myself very prepared for this fight. I know Johnny Garcia is going to come out with very motivated, like Rick said. This is his opportunity, and I'm his target. So I know he's going to come out there with a lot of motivation, a lot of hunger, and I'll be ready for it. I have a lot of faith in myself. I have a lot of faith in God, my destiny, and I feel like this Saturday night, I'm going to win. Thank you, guys. Con Menio y Mario es de preparar el grupo correcto para que vayan a la capital y agarren ese dinero y hagan lo que es, hagan los canales y las cosas importantes para poder salvar el agua cuando llueve. Cuando llueve necesitamos que salvar esa agua, porque yo sé que la gente a veces está muy contenta porque llueve 2, 3 días, pero no es suficiente. Se requiere tener los canales y los lagos artificiales para que cuando llueva se salve esa agua, y en los tiempos secos se puede usar. También estamos todavía mandándoles el mensaje para que también dejen abrir esa agua que viene de las pipas por abajo del agua, porque la agua que llueve es la agua de arriba y la agua de abajo se requiere también, y los han cerrado bastante agua por las especies del delta, de un pescado que se llama delta, y sobre toda esa agua del norte se va para el mar y se desperdicia. So, necesitamos que también seguir peleando en que ya pasamos el bond, gracias a toda la gente que votó por la Proposición 1 en el 2014, en noviembre, y ahora seguir peleando para que hagan lo correcto con el dinero, y también seguir mandando el mensaje que necesitamos esa agua sobre debajo de la tierra.
Been televised quite a few times. I fought on TV a few times, ESPN, Showtime. And if you've seen any of my fights, I've really come to fight. I come to win every fight, every round. And I worked hard for this fight, and I just know what I got to do in order to get the win, and that's, fight hard and be smart, and I plan on doing that.
Good question.
I was fighting in my card in the future, so it's always exciting to to see the young Olympians, the prospects, because I was there once, so it's like a reflection of me.
To clarify what Andrew was talking about, is the first time in boxing history they lifted the professional ban, now allowing professionals to go into boxing and fight, where primarily it was amateur before. So technically Jose could go into the Rio Games, but with the Olympics come a whole lot of issues like Jose had said. But Jose and I actually do plan on going and looking at the Olympic trials after his fight in Reno, Nevada, to see the new group of Olympians that may represent the United States. It's something we've talked about.
I had to cancel a fight because of an injury, and it was tough at first to accept. Actually, when it first happened during the sparring session against Victor Posto, who's not the WBC world champion, I landed an over right hand that caused my ligament to tear completely, which I had to get surgery. But I tried to deny it, so I kept on sparring, and it got to me finally after 3 or 4 sparring sessions afterwards, where I finally told myself, I have to go get myself checked, because the sparring camp, the word goes out, so they were able to see that I wasn't using my right hand no more, and I always like to be very competitive. So it got to me, I got frustrated, and I went to the doctor, and Dr. Shin, who was provided by Top Rank, by my promoter Bob Arum, who has done surgeries on Manny Pacquiao and all the best fighters out there. He took care of my hand, and but I never stopped training. I always kept my conditioning. I kept running. I kept staying focused, and now training camp has been great. I've been sparring against the best. I feel very confident with my skills, with my talent, and like I said, this training camp has been better than before, and I feel like my speed and my power, my intelligence, my skills. For the opportunity to be able to fight at the CMR Center, it really is a dream come true. I want to thank everyone who made it happen. President Dr. Castro, thank you so much. The CMR Center, thank you. The media, thank you guys for showing up and showing support. The Latino Water Coalition, thank you guys. We're always working together. And this fight is for the fight for water, so we're going to continue to fight for that reason together. I just want to say I've been training very hard. It's it's a big blessing for me, and I spar with the best. I was sparring Miguel Cotto. I was sparring some of the best prospects out there, international prospects as well, from Russia to Armenia to just different fighters from all over the world, and I've seen so many different styles and got myself very prepared for this fight. I know Johnny Garcia is going to come out with very motivated, like Rick said. This is his opportunity, and I'm his target. So I know he's going to come out there with a lot of motivation, a lot of hunger, and I'll be ready for it. I have a lot of faith in myself. I have a lot of faith in God, my destiny, and I feel like this Saturday night I'm going to win. Thank you guys.